Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. As you can see on the screen, we're going to be reading a few Reddit posts from the LeopardsAteMyFace subreddit because I was really interested to see how are Trump supporters really being affected by all the things that he's implementing in his administration so far. So I figured, TikTok gives a lot of good stories of FAFO, but I wanted to take it over to Reddit. I've been meaning to do this, but just wanted to figure out the best way to go about it. So why not just go ahead and get started into it? This first one I have here, it states, my MAGA cousin has been dating an undocumented immigrant for a while, and now she's being deported. I wish I was making this ish up. Okay, it looks like there's a screen grab of the text messages, and it says, a little family gossip. Blank's girlfriend has been detained by ICE and likely to be deported. He thinks he could marry her to keep her in the country, but that won't work, so it's a big drama. And that one got a lot of upvotes, 31,000. And yeah, I mean, it's the typical notion everybody has, thinking that they can just hurry up and get married to keep the person from getting deported or keep them in the country. And I mean, the government is already hip to the game when it comes to that. So unfortunately, they're right. It's not going to be something that's going to work. And unfortunately, this Trump supporter had to learn the hard way that he's being affected by it. So hope it all works out. Okay, the next one reads, Trump supporter in southern West Virginia. Ooh, Lord, that's deep Trump country there. Is dealing with flooding. And it looks like this is a Facebook post from a news station, and the person wrote, I spoke with FEMA this morning and they told me that our governor had already done his part. We have to wait for Trump now. I was a strong Trump supporter, but now I'm getting rather angry. FEMA can't take our application until Trump deems it a disaster. And then somebody commented under her comment, it says, you were warned, now is the find out stage, which pretty much that's simply put. Y'all thought that when it was with Joe and thought what Kamala was going to do was prevent FEMA from being able to provide assistance. And now look what boat you're in. You're not even able to get any sort of assistance for this weather event. And you have the Republicans that think that weather is manipulated to only affect red states, as if the government is actually able to make it rain and cause flooding in certain areas. But yeah, this is what you voted for. I hope you get the relief you're looking for. I hope you get everything that you were hoping to get under the Trump presidency. Sorry, don't feel bad. This one reads, Trump voter loses government contract. Can't be surprised there. Looks like this one is from Facebook, and this person writes, I've been a proud Trump supporter for 3 elections, and now my business just got caught up from our federal contract. This is bull. We're not some DEI quota filler. We do real hard work. We need to get in touch with someone ASAP to fix this mess. Like and share so the right people can see this. Poor you. You think everybody else is beneath you and thinks they get to where they get because of government benefits or for DEI. And it looks like you're in the same boat we all are in. I hope that works out for you because you're getting everything. Absolutely everything you voted for. It's really funny that this guy actually thinks that just because he doesn't benefit from DEI, somehow he's a harder worker than everybody else, when probably the DEI counterparts probably provide better work and would benefit a whole lot better from these contracts. So don't get mad. Go tell your daddy Trump about it if you could reach him. Bye. This post appears to be a part of a thread that was regarding another topic, but the first commenter states, in a few years, people will be scrubbing their social media clean to deny ever having been a Trump supporter. And the second person who replied to them says, I have one acquaintance who did just that, created a whole new Facebook profile and denies voting for him. But from 2016 to 2021 was Trump, 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 Trump. P.S. She's been in disability most of her adult life and is every DEI checkbox in the rainbow too. I bet that's going to start happening now. People are going to be taking down those Facebook posts. People are already taking down those Trump flags and Trump little signs out of their yards. Oh, they're going to be going into hiding now that he's showing his ways, and they thought they were going to be loving what he was doing, but they're going to start going into hiding, being quiet about it. You're not going to hear very many people going Trump, Trump, Trump anymore. Oh, this is happening as we speak. But his second term goes on, it's going to start happening to more and more people. So we're going to see a lot of this. I'm sure most people have somebody they know that is like this and kind of is being a little quiet now that he's going crazy. But yeah, sorry, I don't feel sorry. Okay, now this post reads, looks like this is a picture. This person says, looks like one of my neighbors is starting to feel some regret. And it looks like this is a sign on like an electricity pole. So it reads, he lied. I want my vote back. U.S. vets. And it's sad. I'm not gonna lie. I do respect vets out there. Thank you for serving our country. It's always kind of, I like to ease on the side of caution when it comes to vets, but it's hard to feel that way still, because you should know what he was going to be like. He lied during the first election, so what made you think he was going to change for the second one? How was he going to lower grocery prices in one day, end the wars in one day? He put out a whole how-to guide in Project 2025 and what he was going to do. Now, veterans are one of the most affected groups right now with all of these government job cuts and wanting to dismantle almost the VA. It's hard, but I do feel a little sympathy because our vets do deserve better. But at the same time, it is really still hard to have sympathy. I have to be honest. You should have known what you were getting. It was madness for his first term. So what made you think he was going to benefit you in his second? I'm just going to keep asking that. But yeah, this one is a tough one. But this is unfortunately what you voted for. So you have to suffer the consequences of it. This next one reads, this one appears to be a Twitter post. And it's titled, they weren't supposed to target me. And it looks like a Congressman Don Bayer posted, ICE detained a U.S. citizen in Northern Virginia with guns drawn. He offered to show ID and told the officers he was an American citizen, but they handcuffed him anyway. The man is a Trump voter, but says he is reconsidering his support after he was targeted for being Hispanic. Do I even have to say anything about this one? This... It's just mind-boggling to the fact that some of the Hispanic Trump supporters thought that they would be exceptions to what was going to happen with these deportation measures. Just going by the story that I posted about yesterday, where the lady went into the restaurant and wrote a note on the receipt for the waiter to be deported. It's like, what do you think? ICE is going to target anybody who looks remotely Hispanic. I hate to admit that, but that's their objective. So if you're Hispanic, you're unfortunately going to be targeted, and we know it's not right. That's why we were trying to tell y'all to vote against this. But you voted for your own suffering. So I'm sorry, I don't feel bad. You only are reconsidering because you got targeted by ICE. There's no other way to put it. If you would be going about your day as a normal person and this hadn't happened, you would be still raving about Trump. But now that you got caught up in this was probably a traumatizing experience, assuming the guy doesn't have a record or has ever been arrested. This must have been the scariest thing in the world, to think that you're an American citizen that could still get deported. And this is going to happen to thousands of other citizens. Again, this man put out a step-by-step guide and has the people who created Project 2025 in his cabinet as we speak. But yet everybody wanted to claim like this was just fake news, like y'all like to call everything. Everything was just, oh, that has nothing to do with him just because he said so. Who is going to sit here and write a 900-page how-to guide on the government and how we're going to go about it with this new administration and think it was just fake? Who's going to just sit there and write 900 pages for just because, just for fun? Sorry guy, but I don't feel bad for you. You thought it was going to happen to other Hispanic people, not you, because you thought you were adjacent to whiteness because you voted for Trump, but you found out the hard way. Bye. Looks like this next post is a portion of an NBC News article. It appears to be titled, "You Lose All Hope, Federal Workers Gripped by Mental Health Distress Amid Trump Cuts." And looks like the person titled the Reddit post, "Trump Voters Are Getting TDS." And the article reads, "One Department of Defense employee who did 2 tours in Iraq said his post-traumatic stress disorder was triggered to the point that he called a hotline to prevent people from taking their own lives, then visited an emergency room at a veterans hospital. The employee said he and his colleagues felt unspeakable frustration and anger after relentless mocking by Musk that was supported by Trump, who said he appeared to be delighting in the distress of his own workforce. The worker said his episode emerged the weekend Musk made a display of joyously lifting a chainsaw while appearing at a conservative conference. In that same period, employees were deluged with messaging from Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, that ranged from termination notices to confusing emails that were often contradicted by supervisors. Quote, "It's not about the layoffs, it's about a dehumanization of who we are and what we do," he said, noting he voted for Trump because he liked what the president did in his first stint in office. Now, he said, he carries guilt over his Trump vote after he watched his co-workers and other veterans at the emergency room. Quote, "We don't do it for the applause. We do it to serve our country and serve our community. You get into public service not for the money, but because you want to be part of something greater than yourself." I'll just never understand why so many veterans still support Trump. Do we not forget how he was mocking and making fun of veterans in his first term? I don't remember what he said off the top of my head, but it was not great things. And he always would mock John McCain, who was a POW. So how do you think he would feel about common everyday veterans if he did that and said these things about someone serving in Congress? Of course, this man is not going to care about anyone other than pleasing his friends and making things easier for him and trying to pocket money. I'm going to say this, I don't really see a whole bunch of people saying this, but I kind of think Elon Musk rigged this election. That's allegedly my opinion, but Elon Musk bought that election for Trump. Nobody's going to donate almost $300 million and is just going to go sit and chill in the background. That man bought his way into the White House, and now y'all are seeing this, but before the election, y'all were applauding it. Y'all were getting hyped up and were so happy after election day when y'all saw that he won. Now y'all are on, I don't take the idea of and thoughts of wanting to take your own life as something to joke about. That I'm taking that part out of what I'm saying. But of course, people are going to have mental anguish about losing their job, not knowing like if the VA is going to even be something that they could rely on for benefits. So yeah, I'm sorry, you're getting what you voted for, exactly what you voted for, because this is what he said that he would do. Okay, so I'm going to leave it right there. I don't want to make the video too long because this is a new type of video that I'm adding to the channel. So not quite sure how this is going to do. This might only get like 10 views, and I don't want to make the video too long to where it's going to deter people from wanting to watch. Plus, I don't know if y'all want to listen to my voice for almost 30 minutes. 20 minutes is almost too long already, so I'm just going to leave it right there. I grabbed a few more screenshots of posts that are on that thread. So I'll probably make another video this week with the rest that I was able to get. And if you guys like this type of video, definitely let me know down below. I think this is a good way to see like how different types of people are getting affected by this, whether it's veterans or government workers, or if it's Latinos for Trump, or if it's people wanting internships. I do have one that about internship, and like people that are businessmen. So I think this is a really good way to put into the forefront how a lot of these people may be regretting their vote already. And I also forgot to preface at the beginning that some of these that are not included in articles, of course, I have no idea if these are real stories or if these are photoshopped. So take it kind of with a grain of salt, but I mean, it appears to be real people. I don't know who would Photoshop a regular person's post, but you never know. But anyway, you guys, that's all I have today. This is a really nice video. I think it's really good to see how people are getting affected, because it's going to be more and more of this as time goes on. But we're only in month 2, and we already have so many stories. So that Trump supporter that you speak to that's waving it in your face still, just think that this is probably some of the thoughts they have in their mind right now, especially if they're a veteran, or if they're a government worker, or if they're a student or a businessman. They probably have some of these thoughts swimming in their head. But anyway, you guys, that's all I have today. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because that'll help get these videos pushed out into the algorithm to where more people will be able to see and be aware of what's going on. And that's all I have. And so I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye.